right, folks, I'd like to call the meeting to order. I'd welcome all members and staff and guests joining the Standing Committee Legislative Offices. I'm Shane Getz in the MLA for Laxton and Parkland. I'd like to ask the members that are in the room, starting tonight, to introduce themselves.
Yeah, Glenn Van Dyke in the AMLA for Athabasca, Barhead, Westlock.
Nolan Dick, MLA for Grand Prairie.
Scott Sinclair, MLA for Lesser Slave Lake.
Good morning, everyone. Jackie Lovely, MLA for the Camrose constituency.
Touched my mic and I shouldn't have. I'm sorry. Amanda Chapman, MLA, Calgary Bennington.
Marie Renault, St. Albert.
Good morning, I'm Trafton Koenig with the Parliamentary Council Office.
Good morning, Philip Masseline, Clerk Assistant, Executive Director of Parliamentary Services.
Good morning, Lindsay Tischer, Director of Human Resource Services for the LAO.
Good morning, Jody Rempel, Committee Clerk.
And for those members joining us online, ladies first as always.
Good morning, Jen.
And I'll let the two other gentlemen arm wrestle for who goes next.
Morning, David Shepherd, MLA for Edmonton City Centre. Good morning, everyone.
Excellent. Good morning, members. So thank you for everyone with the introductions. A few housekeeping items. Hansard's going to run our mics for this part of the meeting. I should have actually said that at the start of the meeting, so I apologize for that. Committee proceedings are being live streamed on the internet and broadcast on the Alberta Assembly TV. Members participating remotely should ensure that you're prepared to speak or vote when called upon, and video conferencing participants are encouraged to have their cameras on if possible when speaking. Please set your cell phones to the least disturbing setting that you have required. With that, we'll just jump into the agenda. So I'd like to now draw everyone's attention to the meeting agenda. Would a member like to move or make a motion to approve the agenda as distributed? MLA Van Dyken, all in favor? Any opposed? Online, all in favor? And any opposed? Oh. Well, say motion carried. Approval of minutes from the last set of meetings. So we have a set of meetings from the last set of meeting or member set of meetings. Would a member like to move a motion to approve those meetings? And I'll try to get my tongue working here. MLA Van Dyken has moved a motion for the approval of the last meeting minutes. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Online, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. The next we have is offices of the legislature. So we have the annual compensation review and the budget review process. Moving our discussion to the compensation of the officers of the legislature, I recommend that the committee, along with the appropriate legislative staff, consider moving into in-camera to respect the privacy of the officers of the legislature. Now, there is a possible motion to put up there to move us into camera. Anyone would like to make that motion? MLA Van Dyken, all those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Online, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Aye. Perfect. Motion carried. So now we'll just give staff a chance to leave the room. And at this time, we'll have to operate, once we're in camera, the microphones ourselves. Welcome back. Just do a quick mic check for everybody online. If you can hear my voice, gravelly as it is this morning, please indicate online that you can hear that everything's working.
Yeah, I got you, Chair.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So with that, we're now back on the record, and just a quick reminder that Hansard's going to be driving the mics here for us so we can keep our hands off. The next item up here is the annual compensation review. So I'll open the floor to proposals regarding agenda item 4A of the annual compensation review for the officers of the legislature. Does anyone have a motion they would like to put forward? MLA Dick?
Thank you, Chair. I would love to move a motion here that the Standing Committee on Legislative Offices approve a compensation adjustment for the officers of the legislature that is equal to any general increase or other salary modifier provided to senior officials in the Alberta public service during the 12-month period commencing November 18th, 2024.
Perfect. We'll open that up. All in favor? Please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Online, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye. Aye.
Perfect. Motion carried, none opposed. Next item is the budget review process. So as committee members are aware, we'll be meeting soon to review the budget requests of the officers legislature. And as always, committee members are asked to ensure they are familiar with legislation that provides for the mandates of each office and the review of the briefing documents submitted by the officers. And based on the input from the committee, I'll communicate to the officers will require the documents relating to the budget request, including the business plans and annual reports, 2 weeks in advance of the budget meeting. Other materials such as PowerPoint slides, etc., can be submitted at a later date. And I'll advise all the committee members if there's any issues or challenges from any of those offices from providing us that information 2 weeks in advance. Does that meet the will of the committee? Yeah, MLA Van Dyken?
Yeah, thank you, Chair. I guess making this request of the officers is in light of our December 6th meeting, hoping that we can have at least budget financials in place 2 weeks in advance. And I think the committee has seen that having it 1 week in advance causes short timelines within committee work to be able to actually do justice to it. So the request to go 2 weeks in advance of our December 6th meeting, I believe is justified at this time. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, MLA Van Dyken. Any further discussion? MLA Shepherd, is he online?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And yeah, I would echo what Mr. Van Dyken said. I certainly can see value in having an additional week. And of course, we know last year government members did feel they did not have enough time to review some of the budget documents, which led to an extended delay for some of the officers well into January. So I think it's prudent that we look as a committee then for how we can avoid that sort of thing in the future. And of course, just want to recognize to the officers, of course, that and they, of course, have the opportunity to contact you, Mr. Chair, if there are any concerns about being able to meet that request to have those budget documents to us by this Friday. And I think I will speak for myself as a member of the committee that I am open and amenable to adjusting the date of our meeting if necessary, if officers are not able to reasonably meet that timeline. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Perfect, thank you. And of course, this isn't a motion, so no votes. Just appreciate the will of the committee to carry forward in this manner, and of course, get as much information as we can so we can review it as fulsome detail. Other business items, we have the report on the audit results for the Auditor General. As committee members aware, the Auditor General is responsible for conducting the audits of the officers of the legislature. However, it's committee that this committee is responsible for arranging the annual audit of the offices of the Auditor General. We have an agreement in place with the firm Racine Pinsett Stenman to conduct the work for us through 2027. Principal auditor handing the files has changed this year. The practice promotes auditor independence and it is inconsistent with best practices in the industry. On July 3rd, Deputy Chair and I met with the audit team, the Auditor General and senior staff from the office. I'm pleased to confirm that the 2023-2024 audit was completed without any issues identified. The Auditor General includes a copy of the final audit documents to his office, this annual report, and if committee members have any questions, they may raise them during the upcoming budget meeting. Are there any other discussions for business? Seeing none. Next meeting date will be December 6th to meet with the officers regarding the budget submissions. And of course, we'll update committee chairs if there's any changes in that due to some feedback we may have. With that, we're getting to the favorite part of the meeting for everyone. Is there anyone who would like to make a motion to adjourn? MLA Van Dyken, motion to adjourn. All those in favor, please say aye. Any opposed? Online? Those in favor? We're going to say motion carried from what I saw. Thank you. Thanks, folks. We'll talk to you later.